Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Traders Frontiers. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It is the year 214, and we have some upgrades to probably do on our ship. I say probably because we only have 216,000 in our bank account, but what I would like to do... Okay, we have the A3 weapons locker, we got that. I would like to get some defense pattern matrices on our ship. That would help a lot. Cargo bay would be great to upgrade, but it takes a lot of money to do that. What we actually have to do is go down here and say craft and sell that. You have to sell these craft and sell that because we're never going to use these. Now, if you want to play a carrier, definitely this is also a good starting ship for that. If you want to play a carrier style. If we want to change this component here, the problem with the cargo holds, as you can see, is they get very expensive very, very fast, and I would like to be up to the 50 cargo hold. I like to turn both of these into cargo holds. You get 100 storage capacity and a bunch of fuel, and it makes it just a nice ship for trading. But we're too far away from that right now. Now, our other problem is shield and armor is really low if we want to do ship-to-ship combat, which we're going to want to do. First off, we're going to replace these with lances. And the reason is because lances do, you could see radiation damage, which goes to the crew. These things here only do hull damage, basically. And they can add crippling effects, which is nice. Venting hull, you can see, does plus 10 crew damage per turn and plus 20 component damage per turn. Rupture bulkheads is very nice. Those are all nice effects, but I prefer to cook the crew so that it makes boarding easier, so that when you get on board, a lot of times you're fighting people who have barely any hit points or half their hit points or whatever. A lot of times you can chew through a whole entire crew encounter of 4 people in the first turn. So I like to cook my crew. We don't get any of that crippling stuff from here, but cooking them in the oven, of radiation, is very nice. So, all right, so that takes care of that. Now, we have 1 defense pattern matrix, 1 pilot assist module. I would like to go with 2 more defense pattern matrices. I assume that's how you're supposed to say it, is matrices, but... And these are the expensive parts. So I don't want the nav assist module. I want this, and you want the 5% one. I don't think it's worth it to pay 22k for the 3%. And this only adds a little bit of shielding and an extra jump cost. So for 30k, it's not worth it to me. It is later when you're swimming in money and you have your end game ship, that extra shield adds up. But here at the beginning, not so much. I'm going to take this sensor array, which is a decent component to have, but we don't really need it. What we need is a boarding assist module. You want to make sure that you can board the enemy ship, because if you can't, then this whole plan of rushing up to an enemy and frying their crew and trying to do boardings fails. I've had it happen before. This is what taught me the very hard lesson of making sure that you have a boarding assist module on board, is that I rushed a ship, did all my twitch surges, got up there, had my gunners with the ability to start boarding them at 3, but then it wasn't enough to wipe out their whole crew, and you get to range 1 where you can just automatically board them, but I couldn't board them. I was failing the boarding attempt because the dice roll was failing, and that can be fixed with a boarding assault module. So just pay for the most expensive one, 25 boarding. This is usually all you need. Oh, and then it's going to say your ship's hull can't handle it because of the mass. So come up here and give yourself another mass reducer. You can see what these add here: electronics or navigation. Both of these things add ship ops, but one adds electronics and the other adds navigation. Now, you need to go on the wiki page and take a look at how these affect ship dice in combat, but basically, normally you would want the electronics, but it doesn't do as much mass reduction. The mass dampener can. So, and navigation is basically used for escape. It's one of the components that adds to dice rolls for escape. And here in the early going in the game, we're going to want to keep doing some escapes anyways. So for 25 and a minus 300 mass reduction, we're going to go with that. And so now we can put the boarding assist module on here. And now we're down to 68k. So you can see that chewed through it really fast, and it still didn't allow me to do everything that I wanted to do, because I still want to get rid of this cargo hold, and I still want to replace these things with defense devices that'll make my armor and shield go up more. So we have a lot of work to do still. Plenty of work to do, but we should be okay to start attacking some ships now. Now we need a pilot score to get up to 200%, but that's where we're at. Okay, crew. We have a gunner who gets another point in his job and gets a talent, and we want to be able to do boarding assaults from a range of 3 or higher, so that's going to be important. And then he's got 3 points to spend. Oh, that's the guy we didn't want to level up. Okay, well, he's leveling up now, isn't he? Okay, I knew that was going to be a problem. He's an officer as a gunner. That's pointless. That's really pointless. Let's do this then. We're going to land. We can't ditch him out in space, but I knew that was going to be a problem from one episode to another. I thought I'm going to forget this guy soon. We're going to dismiss him. He's a good person to have around, and I should have just outright made him a swordsman or somebody else, an exo scout or something, but although we're not going to be fighting Xenos for a while. She's our one dedicated navigator. Fast getaway. Here's what you want to have. Talk of Far Worlds. You basically want all your navigators to have this. It's a 10 plus navigation skill chance for an introduction to a new contact every time that you land or when on spice leave in the hall. This is one of the ways. The other one is your E-techs are going to get a skill very similar to this. And it's also going to basically do the same thing, such that instead of being in the spice hall, all you have to do is land on a planet, and you're going to snoop on the electronics and get introduced to contacts. These things are going to give you a huge amount of contacts. In fact, I've tapped out the game's contacts before doing this. In fact, the Navigator one, Talk of Far Worlds, isn't nearly as important as the E-tech ones. But the reason you want to do that, in addition to having tons of services, things that you're going to want to use, is it's going to eventually unveil to you the contacts that sell rare trade goods, which are worth a ton of money if you can find the right ports to sell them in. So we want to do that. Here, I think I'd actually rather have this one. Accepting a mission that requires more than 4 hyperwarp jumps, increase payment by 3% bonus per jump to a maximum of 30%. I'm going to want that. We have 3 fast getaways, so I'm going to grab this. These are nice to have. These will increase your payments. I mean, up to 30% is really nice. So, and then I want to take a look at my crew here. What's going on with my crew? Where is my crew at? And I'm only slightly confused about my crew because I've also been playing. I'll show you what I've been doing. Oh, I don't have access to a new ship yet. The Atex Vindicator, or whatever it's called. It's a little tiny red and gray ship that you can start the game with. It's a decent ship, but it's small. I've been playing a game with that, and it's so much harder to have a small ship with a small crew to start the game because you just don't have as many points over here for dice rolls because you have fewer crew. So it's dicey escaping anything. And this is a little easier in a big ship like this. Okay, so what we have is 2 zealots. And I need to see... We have 1 explorer. Oh, and I need to change his uniform. This is actually the wrong uniform for him. There's a good one, and it's right there because the female version also has the same uniform. So that's how I can tell my explorers. So I need 1 more explorer. Okay, I need 1 more explorer and 2 pilots, basically. And I have 1 officer slot open. I have 1 officer slot open. We aren't going to need that officer slot for a long time because we have... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We have what? Officer, pilot, sniper, soldier, swords. How many officers do I have? Yeah, I have more than I need because you only need these 4 for now. You don't need that last one later. Which means we could take an officer quarter here and add yet another defense pattern matrix, but it's really expensive and we'd be out of money. So we want to do that later. We want to get rid of that other officer slot. I think the smartest thing right now is to recruit 2 pilots. Let's do that. We're going to need the pilot skills. Blades and negotiate. How many? 6 recruits here? We're going to dismiss that one and try again. I'm usually looking for somebody like this that has doctor or command, so that if you ever have to promote them to, well, not just doctor, but doctor's good if you need to promote them to a combat medic, and then other skills are like sword and soldier. So I'm going to keep that one. And this one, pistols and doctor. Yeah, we'll keep you 2. So we have 2 doctor candidates for combat medic if our doctor ends up taking a dirt nap. Okay, so pilot. Find the appropriate pilot uniform. And you're going to do... We need more of these to stack. That's the big thing. We need to stack a bunch of those. You have to be able to stack those in the beginning. All right, let's take a look at what we have. High wind case and advocating amendments. None of those things are important to us. We need to get missions. And we need to go patrol. We need to go do lots and lots of patrolling. So let's grab her missions. What does she have? Increase link to my friend. Base life support. We must procure 7 units of gas processors. Yeah. And they require a full trader permit, which we don't have the money for, so we can skip that mission. Stubborn Corsair must explore the surface until we find the clues, and then we must chase them into space and blow them up. This is a fighty-bitey mission. I don't know if we're ready for that. It's 2 years. This is this is the sign corridor. Yuck. Oh, it's one of those bad zones, but we'll take it. Survey, but it's 1 year and 16 weeks, which does not leave us a lot of time to do anything else. And a weapon stockpile. 19 units of weapons components in Dark Cluster. 1 mission, and it's trade rank 2. We can do that one. We can get those weapons components. In fact, yeah, they're not going to be here, but let's go up to here. We'll hit all of our systems. We'll make a little loop here before we get out of here. Bribe them. They're at 0. What is our rep with them? -14. So we're going to bribe them to be +1. Otherwise, I think they'd give us a negative hit. Someday I'm going to chart that all out and figure out what the actual answer is. Okay, he has missions, and he's got 89. This is great. Yeah, well, later on when we need combat armor, we're going to be ready to do with him. Increase the links with my friends. Yes. He's got any more? Usually it's 5. All we have to do is drop it off. Yeah. And it's going to affect Clan Alta Mesa. Intel missions are the suck. You have to obtain intel, so you have to do a bunch of spying, and the timelines are always so tight that the odds of me getting that is always slim to none. This is 3 years and 50 weeks. It's almost 4 years, and we have to go to 3 jumps away, spy in the Nuskarat Chaos, and then come back. I can do that. Dusk Op, we can pick somebody up and bring them back to Hyperion Loop. And since we're going to Nuskarat Chaos to pick someone up, and we have 1 bed on our boat for passenger, we can do that. This is Mono Fisher, which is in the other direction. It's 83k though, and it's 6 years. Hell yeah, we're taking that because we're definitely going to end up in Mono Fisher. So that's nice. We'll grab all of those missions. Okay, and then there's our trusty intelligence officer who we're at 79 with. And which means we can start buying military gear. In fact, you can see how high we can go. We can go all the way up and buy level 5 gear, which is 101. You want the Combrade cutter and you want the mammoth shot and all that stuff. Crater ammo, you can see, is really expensive. Catavost Edge. The lowest level stuff here, 15,000. This is great, though. We've already maxed her out. We can already buy military gear, which we're going to need. we're desperately going to need. So let's look at her. One-way mission to just drop it off. Okay. Data scoop. We're going to the sign corridor. So we'll grab that one, and then the rest of those are passenger missions, which we can't do. Okay. Now, let's grab the mission that is 51 weeks away in Far Fallen Rim, and we will try to do as much patrolling as we can between now and there. Our cargo bay is empty. So we're going to come over here. Oh, and we have a pirate. Now, let's take a good look. Our boarding ability is dominant. And we are dominant compared to the class. Okay, so our defense has an edge. Our accuracy is closely matched. Yep. Okay, so these guys are going to provide us with intel. If I've taken the intel, I'm not sure one of my guys has it yet, but let's do it. Let's do the first ship combat. Let's go after these guys. Okay, we're gonna do perfect approach, range change. Let's go defense first. And then we can twitch surge our way up if we need to. Normally, I don't have any long-range weapons on my ship, so this opening fire never happens. See, we don't even need to do perfect approach. We just need to go right up on them. So yeah, let's use one twitch surge because it might get us all the way to range 2. And he's going to move closer, which is great. Okay, so range 3, we're going to fire those things, and then we're going to board. And the reason we're going to board is because killing his people, if we can hit him, there we go. Okay, see, because we couldn't move forward, you need to kill their people, because then that reduces their dice rolls and reduces their effectiveness. So. Alright, darling, kill the person with the shotgun first, because they are the most dangerous. This is why you want this spell. It adds initiative to them. They're going to do... Let's see. You can't fire your shotgun from that position, so... Oh, but I killed you anyways. Okay. Let's do this. Now we're going to heal you. Remove debuffs. And she's just going to slash you. It's going to be harder without all of our skills. This will be harder, but you're dead. Okay, and see, she got 21 in initiative because we gave her that. He gave him that buff when he moved her forward, so that's a really nice buff to have. Heal. His doctor skill is not great yet, so he can't restore anybody. We're going to shoot this person with this to make them less accurate. Minus 25% accuracy. There we go. Alright, and then you're going to open with that. Highest initiative, attack them in case you kill them. Then they can't go. And then he's going to heal again. You want to be healed before you kill the last... You want to be fully healed as a team before you kill the last person. So... because you're going to have to fight again. And this is the best luck in the game. We ended up boarding right next to the engine. So if we can destroy this, the encounter's over. We left it 60% damage, which is not quite enough, I don't think. Oh, no, it is. Crippling hit has knocked out their engines. So we don't have to fight anymore. That's great. We're going to take their fuel. They've got 34 cargo. What did we need? We needed weapon components. I wish I knew how many weapon components I needed. We're not going to take the rest in case we need more weapon components than that, but then we're going to destroy that. We don't have the perk yet, the talent that allows us to gain intel from interrogating the crew, so that's unfortunate. But we do have orchestrated salvage, so that's going to help repair our ship a little bit. Unfortunately, it's not going to help repair it a lot, so we're going to go up here. You can see we're still wounded. So repair... Pay the crew our wages, make everybody a little bit happier. She gets another level, and we're going to start raising up Wing Commando so she can get the all-important skill knife work. This is the next talent I like to take. Strength of Steel. It buffs your... It's a self-heal, first of all, so that takes some of the pressure off the doctor. But more importantly, it's plus 40 melee defense and plus 50 to resist debuffs for 3 turns. This is basically what I like to open with on my 2 frontline fighters when I'm fighting Xenos, because they do so much melee damage. And so this makes it way harder for them to hit you. I like that a lot. And then look, we have some people here. Clan Zenrin, there's an intelligence officer. She has military gear, but she doesn't have a good mission for us. We don't have a spot to take on board a prisoner, and our other spot is already occupied on a mission. This person can give us a trade permit if we can do some missions for her. Okay, so this is 2 jumps to the Dixie Circle, and we have to spy. It's almost 4-year timeline. Okay, that's nice. We're going to jet out of here and try to do a little bit of patrolling on the way. If we just keep chipping away at these guys, we should be okay after. But this is... Look how bad that is. Okay. It was a pirate trap. Oh, I can't surrender to looting. I have to leave. Okay, sorry, bud. We're just going to try to get out of here. This is the problem with having cargo. It makes it really hard to patrol. You have to do this all the time. You have to protect your interest. I prefer to do patrols on an empty stomach, as I said in the previous episode. So, unexpected ship, pirate. Okay, let's do this. One unexpected ship to another, and of course that's what shows up. Bribe the Steel Song to get them to 0. 10 plus fuel and turns. Okay, that's... None of these are too bad. We'd like to have that. There we go. Devalto Syndicate. Okay. Alright, this is probably the last one I'm going to do, because I don't like having to try and avoid fighting every time. I'd rather just do it. I'd rather just be able to surrender to looting and have the encounter be over. So it was nice to get those points, though. I mean, we'll just keep trying to chip away at these guys. We're at minus... Oh, see, so this is what I usually do is I look to see what the next layout, the next hand is. And if there's a plus 6 to 12, I'll do it. So unexpected ship at +1. And it's the first one that goes. But we learned a new rumor. There is civil unrest at Kassad's North. Okay, strike a blow, powerful unexpected ship. There's 2 good cards here. If we get rid of that one. Strike a blow or the smuggler, and we get loss of fuel and turns instead. So, okay. On to the next place we have to go to. We'll keep chipping away at them. We'll get them back on our good side. This, you got to go all the way down here, and they don't have anything that can help our crew. No band-aids. So let's go band-aid our group here. I checked with the starport commander. Arbiter Brokstrom is here in the palace. She's going to want to talk to us, but we're going to say no. I don't want to get embroiled in your story there, lady. Okay, jobs. Wing Commando, same thing. This one gets its heal now too, Strength of Steel. So now both your frontline fighters have that, which is really good. Okay, now I want to patrol here real quick and see if I can make something happen, because we're at -1. If we could get to like +10 or +15, it'd be great. No survivors. We were able to collect 4 units of hydrocarbon fuel from the wreck. We don't get any reputation though. Sometimes you'll show up and save somebody, and that can amount to a good chunk of reputation. I always like that when that happens. Learn a new rumor. There are pirates swarming Anatole. This becomes so much easier later on when you have a lot of talents to deal with some of this stuff. Like, again, the best one disappeared first. I don't know how many times we'll have to say that during this playthrough, but probably a lot. As we continue through that. So there's smuggler. Points for a smuggler. We'd take that. Yep. It's House Thulin. So I can bribe. That's going to be a very expensive bribe with House Thulin to get out of there. You have to bribe a lot on that one. Okay. That gets us to +5, which means I can fuel up in peace. I'm going to go way down here. At least there's fuel down here. This is Syndicate Reichart down here, so we have to do the same thing. We need to patrol with them. And we need to patrol with Steel Song because they won't give us medical services. You can see medical services is the first thing that goes. The first thing. So what do we have here? Opposed transport. We will do the attention grabbing brawl. This hits us with Syndicate Reichart and makes it -23, which is really, really bad. She has missions. And she has access to a black market. Ooh. Ooh. Got anything good? 3 jumps to Nova Rift. Yeah, I don't want to go that far. I'll show you where Nova Rift is. It's up here. We want to go to Mono Fisher, but I don't really feel like going to Nova Rift. So what I'm going to do is orbit and try to patrol here. Hey, strike a blow in a conflict and against Clan Mach. That's great. That's us. So anytime you want to strike a blow against your own faction is fine because your reputation is already so high it's not going to matter. I love that. Yes. And there's 2 pirate ones on here. Yes, we're going to get one. That's great. Clan Javet. Okay. Let's try and get out of here. That ship is wickedly awesome looking. But it just looks wicked. You shouldn't be afraid of it. It's not a terribly awesome ship. I need fast getaway. Just want to make sure we weren't getting hit, and now we're going to try to just vacate. And if you're at all wondering why I'm just not attacking these ships full on and going after them, first of all, it's because we're not very equipped to do it yet with the combat crew and everything, but also because I don't want to take those faction hits. So, unexpected ship, but there's a 612 in here. Oh my gosh, we got lucky. 10, that's nice. Okay, and then there's 2 here. Oh, we learned a rumor. There's a spice festival on 10th Outpost. Anytime there's this stuff and it's not a strange ship showing up, that makes me happy. Okay, so again, we gotta go get rid of this cargo that we're holding on to so we can do more of this patrolling. Because this is how we'll get all of our reputation fixed. I like to be at +20 for everybody, and then that makes my life really easy. And then you can get involved in all the story vignettes that pop up. I mean, then you can just go hog wild. So, okay, crew is healthy. We have our captain's gonna make another level. He's level 5 explorer, so now we want to start poking all of our points into merchant. And what is this? Opposed transport. That's Cadrino Chaos. It's 2 jumps away. Where is our timed export? Where's the one that required me to weapon stockpile? This one is 26 weeks. It's 3 jumps away at Dark Cluster. Let's go. And whenever you have to jump all the way across a system like this, what you want to do is fuel up before you go, because you don't always know what the other system is going to be like on the other side unless for some reason you're a freak and you have them all memorized, which I don't. Doctor, give me the news. Got a bad case of the pox. We'll be doing some of that later too. Stockpiling some supplies for the Crimson Pox. See, like, you don't know when, unless you can hold all this information in your head, which I cannot. You don't know that hopping into the system you have almost no place to land. And some systems you won't have any place to land if you have bad factions. So this is another. See, what is this? Oh man, we're dominant on them, aren't we? I'm of the mind that you should attack every indie ship that you can come across. But the problem is attacking them requires time, and we're 23 weeks away from doing this, and we have 3 jumps to make, and I want to get rid of these weapons. So this is Brian's belt. This is our system, the home system. So we're gonna go fuel up there. You have to be aware, time is a resource, and you have to be cognizant of it. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way down here, and there's nowhere for us to fuel up along the way, so because of our bad faction, which stinks. Spy. Surrender to imprisonment. I don't think so. Turkeys. I'm gonna go get rid of these weapons. Actually, I need to check and make sure that I even have enough weapons. This may be a really bad idea. If I don't have enough, we're screwed. We have to go get some more. Lost 5 more reputation with those guys. Okay, so I have 21 units, and I think it wanted 17. 19. Okay, we have enough. That's great. Let's go down here and do that. Then we can fuel up here and head back out. Land. Weapons stockpile. Stash the components. Gonna make somebody mad. Clan Javet. Okay. Orbit. I don't need to do any patrolling here, I don't think. Oppose transport. That's the thing. We're too far away. We're gonna fuel up over here. And another smuggler. All of these Thulans who hate us because of the Arbiter. The Arbiter. She just makes everything bad from the jump. Alright. Pilot. Sniper. Let's see. What's our sniper name? He's getting up levels on sniper. This person is a wing commando. Swordsman. And this is a crew dog. Okay. Bunch of good ones here. Well, not a bunch, actually. If you're into rumors, they have a good rumor one there. If you're into salvaging, they have a couple of salvaging ones. This purges the ship of any crippling ship effects. This is okay. There are better ones that have more benefit. So I'm going to take a reroll a risk card. And this will grant other revelers a morale bonus equal to 30% plus your charisma. If you're going to take this, go up and check and see what their charisma is. And if it's low, like this person's, definitely don't take it. But if you have somebody that has high charisma, this is worth taking on like one person. So I learned the hard way. You need to always check those. Okay, so we're back to our explorer. Replace a risk with a reward car when exploring. That's fantastic. Yeah, you can pick over. They got so many good ones. When selling Xeno artifacts, increase the profit of the deal by 25% plus your explorer artifact profiteer. This is great. Pick over the wreck of a destroyed Xeno ship to recover a number of artifacts up to your explorer skill. Fantastic. When landing in the wild zone, automatically repair damage. When landing in the wild zone, 10% plus explorer skill chance of discovering traces of a contact. So it's another way to get contacts. They just have so many good skills that I just think this is why I so strongly advocate that you should have at least 2 explorers on your ship. They're just incredible classes to have. And they make all the exploration stuff so much easier. Alright, Brian's belt. Let's go fuel here. What's in our cargo bay? Hydrocarbon fuel. Okay. This is a wild zone planet where I like to just store a ton of stuff. So I'm going to deposit I'm going to stash everything there. Because I want to be able to do patrols on an empty stomach. And that's where you'll see me store tons of stuff there. Instead of taking the time to go around and try to find somewhere to sell it, because that can take a while. I do have an Excel spreadsheet, but, you know. Okay, we can get fuel here, thank goodness. Surrender to looting. See, this makes it all easier. Makes it so much easier. Okay, let's land Pay our crew, oppose transport. When you hear that tink, it usually means that one of your crew members got something. Time aboard the ship has changed. Gabriel, I don't think that's what... Is that what it is? Yeah. He becomes a storyteller. So, we're at minus 30 with these guys, which sucks. How soon is our next one? 1 year away. Okay, we can patrol. Alright, we can patrol on an empty stomach. Oh, give me the big numbers. No whammy, stop. Oh, death among the crew. That's gonna mess up our day, isn't it? Yep. So with a little bit more money, we can upgrade the ship a little bit more. We can get our defenses better. And that will really put us in a position to be able to just go mow down indie ships and get a lot of intelligence from them. And a lot of money too. I mean, you make, 30K every time you blow one of them up. And there we go. That's the rep we were looking for. Oh, we'll take that again. Oh, no, not going to give it to us. That's just a bad board. There is a talent you can get later that will allow you to replace the whole entire hand. Redraw the whole hand. It's a high level talent. I like having that one. Bounty Hunter, no. We arrived too late. Otherwise, we could have got some reputation from that. I'm going to swap out some of those big and scary ships. There we go. Powerful, big and ship. Yeah, get out of here. Of course, you can have something worse replace that card, like death of a crew member or something, but I feel like a lot of the times it's worth the risk. Okay, here we go. And a smuggler. It's an independent ship. Oh. Yeah, let's fight them. It's a smuggler. They're going to have some stuff we can take and sell, and I think we'll get some reputation for whacking them. And their indies, the only thing we're not going to get from them is intelligence, because we still don't have that perk. Perfect approach. This will take us the rest of the way. Oh, you guys are missing. Oh, and it's not going to take us the rest of the way. I thought it would. In that case, we'll twitch surge because we got to get close enough to start boarding process. Where are we at now? 3? Okay. Fire away. Let's do a boarding. You can do 2 boardings and then you got to be up on them. So hopefully during this process the boardings go well and you can move. Yep, so we moved and that was good. Moving and boarding at the same time is brilliant. We got a shotgunner who can do a whole lot of damage. So the shotgunner becomes our first target. Yep, take her out. Drop her. Okay, machine gun guy. I know she's at 16, but she's got a pistol. Machine gun guy can be a right pain in the butt. Heal. Discipline, he says. Okay. She'd do this, but it moves her back 1 slot, so we don't really want to do that. So I'm just going to attack. She can finish off that person, which means no attack from them. And then he's going to push her forward and give her some initiative. She's going to come up with a little bonus next turn. Now she can do this, and this is great. This buffs her. It retreats 1 slot, but it buffs herself with plus 25% melee defense, plus 25% ranged defense, and plus 10 armor for 2 turns. So it only attacks the person in the first slot. He's going to... Okay, so you can notice that the sniper rifle is really expensive to use, and I don't want to put him in the penalty. It costs 18 initiative, and if you go below 10, you take a penalty. So what I'm going to do is give him Vanishing Act. He'll buff with initiative, defense, armor piercing. I mean, it's just a bunch of stuff. This is a great thing, but it saves you from going into the penalty. So you can see I got 22, 18, and 20 out of these 3 characters. That was righteous. I'm going to kill him. I'm gonna hit him with this because it'll make him less accurate if I don't outright kill him. And there you go. Victory, and their plasma batteries near enough to strike. This is the big one though. Panic the enemy crew. Minus 15 accuracy, minus 15 defense, minus 10 range change, plus 10 morale damage per turn for 10 turns. And that stacks. So every time you board, those penalties right there stack. So you can get them to, you know, minus 60 attack, minus 60 defense. You could do all that stuff. And then you can see the lance chews up their health points. And it's like, oh yeah, baby. You guys are going to be hurting. It's the snowball effect for them. Who do I want to kill her? I can kill her, I think. Yep, because she was already down on hit points. Okay. I'm going to attack that bozo. And he's going to heal her. Remember, she can heal herself if she has to. But the doc will be able to do it. So I'm going to do... What is this? 12 initiative to use. Okay. So she finishes him off. That hurts. Doc heal. We may be able to just kill this person this turn because I don't care about going in the penalty if this is the last thing I do. See, penalty, but I don't care. It's over. Targeting matrix. Let's grab this. So now we're close enough we can do thrown wrench. Causing repair skill damage to one component, but more importantly, minus 2 reactor points, plus 35 component damage per turn, plus 10 crew damage per turn for the next 4 turns. So you're doing additional crew damage in addition to frying them. And I'm going to add a little defense just in case they have something to shoot back at me with. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with gas. And now we're just waiting for the captain to show up, or for us to get next to the engine again. Okay, yeah. He can shoot a lot of people. With his regular precise shot, he can hit the person in the very back. She has 14 points, and so does she. I'm going to try to kill her off. And then he's going to push and add initiative to her. She's going to do this. Almost killed him. Always attack the highest initiative person if you can, because if you can kill him before they have a chance to go, that's the ideal. Okay, he's just going to stealth himself and not go into the penalty. And she is going to attack. Alright, who do we want to kill? She's got the most hit points, so we're going to kill her. He has the most powerful weapons, so that's why I did that. He's actually going to get a chance to just shoot and miss, which is typically what happens with him. So there we go. Another one. The hyperdrive is there. Well, I don't really care about the hyperdrive, but I don't need to use any talents for a little bit, which is good. He's not shooting at me, so that either means he doesn't have any long-range weapons or his close-range weapons have been destroyed by us attacking. Look, see now, look how damaged everybody is. This is awesome. Sometimes you, later on when we've got more talents and more powerful weapons and the combat gear, we can wipe this whole group out in a single turn. So who do you want to kill? Kill this person? Nope. Not quite. Push her forward and give her some initiative next turn. That's nice. And he gets a morale break because he's like, man, screw this. I'll cut you up. Oh, nice. We may finish this all in a single turn here. We did. For turn number 1, baby. Firestorm Torpedo is dead. I know it takes longer to kill ships this way, but The cool thing is when you have those talents later on that allow you to get intel from interrogating the crew, it just makes it all worthwhile. Plus you can get their cargo. And, you know, it adds up. There's the captain right there. He's got the angled thing. So he's at 16. Let's see if we can... No, he's going to get a go. But she's just about going to kill him off. Alright, who do you want to kill? Try to kill that person. There you go. Good job. Kill the captain. Almost. He's a tough bugger, isn't he? Not anymore. The encounter is over. She's going to get a shoot again. Is she going to shoot at you? That's the only question. Alright. She's got 20. Nice. We're done. And we don't need to do anything else there. Captain's dead. Captain suffers a fatal wound. It's all over. So, we get to take their fuel. We get to look at their cargo. Weapons and advanced medicines. Well, we'll claim all that. We can stash it, if nothing else. Destroy. Orchestrated salvage. That's nice. It gets us to -3. I don't know if that actually got us any points or not. Oh, no, but then we got some damage right there. Damage right there. And, oh yeah, swordsman. Okay, wing commando. She's getting close to having knife work. It's a really nice buff. I'd really like to be on the positive side of reputation before we leave this place. So we'll plow through a couple more of these. If we could get Clan Alta Mesa in the positive, it'd be fantastic. We're not going to fight these guys. We can just leave without having to get any closer. We're not getting any reputation cards, which stinks. Oh gosh, and now we get Death Among the Crew. There's a reputation card though. Oh, second one gone. Oh no. I learned my lesson the hard way. Oh, there's no medical services. Which is, if your ship or your crew gets damaged, just go fix it right away. Because I lost a character once that was important to me by not doing that. Powerful, unexpected ship. Oh, there's 2 of them. This could be bad. Instead, it just ended up being kind of neutral. 2, over here, we want one of these. Face a pirate, that's the best possible outcome. I don't want to surrender to looting though. Oh no, and this guy's oh, we're dominant over him. We're going to fight him. Let's go fight him. So more crew combat. That's what this game is. There's a lot of that in this game. Especially for me because of the way I like to approach doing things. But it's an indie ship, and so I get to the point in the game, and right now we're kind of at it, where I see Indy, I just automatically attack him. Now what's going to be interesting is the difficulty curve of the game. As long as I keep making a few key upgrades to the ship along the way, we'll be okay. And somewhere around level 20 or so, the ship's encounters will start to get harder, and we'll have to be in a position to upgrade our ship. But if we just are careful about how we select to do things, we should be able to take on pretty much anything in this Shazari Huntress for the next 12 levels or so. And then there comes that time when everything starts to get harder, and you're like, ooh, okay, I gotta get some work done on the old ship. And you'll notice carriers start to show up too, and that's the other thing. Carriers are a real pain in the butt, and you got to be able to get up on them fast and start doing crew combat. So to chew them up. They did hit us with their railgun one time, so she took a little bit of damage, as I'm sure a few other crew members did. Shotgunner, the shotgunners are always my first targets. Get rid of them because they can do a whole lot of damage in a single blast, and I don't like that happening. She's gonna get a shoot too. Yep, you can see. Oof, and then it debuffs her. But guess what, honey? You're dead. dropping you. Ooh. I'm going to have her self-heal then to take a little bit of the pressure off. Yeah, because she's getting pummeled. They're really going after her. But look at that. She got 28. Wow. Heal. Sister, you can heal twice. That's nice. Take her out. Because you can. He can wipe out the most amount of hit points, which was why I'm not shooting at the person with the highest initiative, because he can do so much damage. So I'd rather he do it and kill a whole person off. Their weapons locker is now 90% damage, so they should have easier weapons for us to deal with. I love it when your engine should be this color, a purple blue, and when it starts to turn orange, you know you've done some damage to their weapons. So it's possible to end the encounter just by taking out their weapon, their engine, I mean. But in this case, we're going to end the encounter because the captain showed up, so. El Capitan. Let's see. He can probably come close. Oh, he missed. That hasn't happened. Captains usually have a lot of hit points, so I'm going to do this. Take that person off the board. Get the captain out of here as close as we can. That retaliation is just so awesome. That's why I like it so much. Oops. She's going to take the captain out. Let's do that. Great, we're going to get one turn here. Okay, he's going to do this, and here's the reason I'm doing this. I want to try to get everybody healed up before we end the encounter. So, she's going to... okay, I'm going to do this one more time. I'm hoping she's going to miss. Yes, which she did. Oh, and there's the retaliation. I was going to try to heal this character, but that's all right. That works. It comes out in a satisfactory manner. What do they have for cargo? Weapon components. We'll take those because we already have some on board. So, destroy them. Orchestrated salvage. Salvage the wreck of a destroyed ship for valuable scrap. Add 10% plus your repair skill to your profits and repair equal to your own hull. So then you can scroll down here and see what that was. We salvaged 34.2k. Lost 0 reputation because they're independents. And the 7 crew with the vulture trait added 30% in value. So, I mean, that works out in our favor pretty strongly. That's why I like certain talents I really like to take, because they just add a lot of value. We arrived too late. Okay. Well, we're above 0 with these guys. Here's the important thing. We're going to see how long. 1 year, 8 weeks for the next one. And do a little bit more patrolling, because if I could get Clan Alta Mesa above 20, it would be fantastic. And a new contact would be great. Clan Alta Mesa Courtesan. Ooh. Anybody want to go have a good time? These are the ones I live for, though. Give me that. If I can ever get those 6 to 12 ones. Oh, some of our crew had a problem in a spacing incident. Okay, it might be time to go then and dump off this these weapon components. We have a crew member who can use a level, so we should always do that right away, because if you get in crew combat, you're going to want that extra level. Okay. Bounty hunter, but there's a pirate one right here. Oh. And a merchant ship, and it's an indie merchant. Oh. It's 30k to destroy them, so let's go. It's probably the last thing I can do this episode, but I mean, it's 30k to destroy them. You know, it's an easy 30k. It's time consuming, but it's easy. So. Oh, he's going to vigilant scanner us. That adds plus 25 to your offense and defense, so now you can see we're not hitting him. And we don't have that yet, so it's going to make it harder for us to hit him. But we do have this. We're back to... These have refreshed. Remember, everything's got a cooldown. And so, like, he's not hitting us and we're not hitting him, but we're going to board him, and this is going to give him minus 15%. So, when we get done with this and smoke his crew. This person has been... The spacing incident thing. That's not good. Oh, and we missed him. I'm going to shoot him then. That. Yeah, and that broke his morale. I'm trying to shoot at my wounded character. She will not be wounded for long. Okay. Kill this guy. Heal thyself and get... She can't get rid of that debuff. Ooh. Okay, he's going to go into stealth mode because I don't want to take a penalty, and that'll give him more bonuses for the next turn. She's going to get ready to fire back. And he's going to take care of that problem. She's in the penalty for doing that, but I'll survive that one. I needed her to be able to retaliate. I felt like that was more important. Okay. Shoot this guy. And if it doesn't kill him, he gets debuffed with suppressing fire. So that makes me happy. Alright, who needs healing? No one? Take a pot shot at him. Oh, nice. You finished him off. Okay. She's only a little bit damaged, so... Oh, and this is great. We're going to end up in a perfect space here. We get to go before him, and the party's over at turn 2. Okay. We've had a lot of indie ships this episode, which has been kind of amazing. Although, that's how it seems to go. I get in these streaks where there's just like a lot of indie ships, but very soon we're going to need offensive buffs for our ship weapons. Look at this guy. Who's he remind you of? Christopher Walken, baby. Okay, lots of points. Yeah, kill him. Sorry, Christopher. You're gone. Yep, do it. There's 2 gone. This heals hit points and morale. I'm just gonna boost myself a little bit. And what do you got for me, darling? Kill that guy. Then he can't do anything. Buff her. He's gonna heal her. You're gonna get a chance to shoot, and as long as you miss, everything's perfect. Alright, and then here's Throne Wrench. We love Throne Wrench. So now we're at spot number 1. We can throw another defensive buff up. I'm not sure it has any more weapons to shoot at us. Oh, it does. It's still got a lance. Oh, 2 of their officers. And that's a small ship, so it's not like they got a ton of officers. We're going to... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have left this person in the 3rd slot. Oh well. Buffs for the win. Doctor. Now they both got plus initiative next turn. She's their field surgery person, eh? Okay. In that case, let's just kill people. Oh, didn't quite happen, did it? Might if I can clip him there with the pistol. Can you take her out? Well, if you can't, then you can at least make her more inaccurate. Yeah, she's gonna have a hard time hitting somebody. Oh, she still hit somebody. Okay. We only get, this character's only a little bit... Oh, she can heal herself. She's gonna get a chance to heal before she annihilates this character. That's nice. Weapons locker, they only had an A1 weapons locker, so it's not a big deal to strike that. You can see all their debuffs now, though. They're like, whoa. And their engine is flaming out. We may kill their engine before we kill their crew. So many things can happen. You can knock out piloting. You can wipe out too many crews so they don't have enough people to man their battle stations. You can kill the captain. I mean, there's just all kinds of good things that can happen from doing this. I'm going to try to take this character out because they have 14 initiatives. So by wiping them out, they don't get a go. Now we're down to 1, which is fantastic. Doc, see if you can finish that. Way to go. Mass dampener. Not enough surviving crew to man their battle stations, and it's over. We can't take any of their cargo, but we can destroy again, do orchestrated salvage, so. Alright, that's going to be probably patrol. It's going to be probably the end of this episode. So, folks, thanks for hanging out with me, as always. If you dig it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your questions and comments down below. Let me know if you've got the game and if you're playing it. I highly recommend that you do. It's a lot of fun. And make sure you check out my tutorials on my YouTube page. My Patreon's listed in the description below. I'll see you all next time. Happy gaming, everyone.